Hey Patreon, once again guys, thank you for your support. So I want to go ahead and show you me working this tight Y off scheme out of the Vikings offensive playbook. I actually did make an adjustment in the second half that allowed me to kind of read the coverages a little bit better because I was having some difficulty with the tight formations to be able to read the coverages. So I'll kind of show you some of the adjustments that I made in the second half. One of the base plays I really like to use out of the huddle is this 0-1 trap, but I decided to actually make an adjustment with this and actually put the 0-1 trap as one of my audibles. And I'm going to come out of inside zones or those RPOs as a second option. And the reason why is that I want to expose someone with an 0-1 trap if I see the right front up front, but a lot of times what happens is that if I come out of the 0-1 trap, I just don't like having the RPO option. Now, one play that I really do like, and this has been very effective, especially with the speed of the running back on the Dolphins playbook, is I do stretch play to the right side of the field. I motion this guy over, and as soon as he gets past right here, this is where I snap the ball. And I've been finding that the blocking has been phenomenal on the edge for me, and I'm able to go ahead and pick up some pretty monster yards. So you could see right there, that could have been house. If I would have got past his dive tackle, I could have got house, and I've already gotten a couple house plays, but typically what I do is when I run that, I'm getting basically an easy 10 yards, 5 yards or so, and then it's really setting my opponent up for other plays in that scheme. So right here, I go into tight end corner. I'm really looking for this whip route because all these other routes are going to be wide open, and a lot of times what happens is this route right here will clear out and block, and I can, if I catch the ball, I can run up and pick up a good 10 yards or more with this play. So if I see a set like this, I'm just going to basically hit the whip, and you can see that block picked up, and I can get right up the middle of the field with a quick snap on that. So that's what I do like about this tight Y off formation. Now he's actually got basically an open box, and anytime I see this center that's not covered, I'm going to go in the 0-1 trap because majority of the times, unless he's got a defensive tackle that really blows out the run scheme, I should be able to pick up some pretty good yards. The way that 0-1 trap works is really good if the center is unblocked. He's in quarters. He actually goes ahead and has a pretty good, effective split with his defensive lineman, and they actually get me for 2 yards. But I still will come back to that because I've run that play so much. Now I'm going into just a kind of a levels concept. This is out of that run formation, which is a tight Y off single back, and I'm able to go and pick up 9 yards right there. Get a 3rd and 1 situation, and you can see he's got basically a pretty heavy front. He's got all of my guys hat on hat, and he's got a guy that's going to be able to shoot the gap. So I think what I did with this is I motioned a guy over just to give myself an extra blocker. And I took Waddle and actually just moved him over. And I'm trying to snap the ball right now, but I can't snap it. So he goes all the way across the formation. So I'm going to motion him back. And this is going to push the guys out. I snap the ball, and you can see I've got an extra blocker that allows that. I tried to cut back up. That was just bad stick by me, but you can see that the blocking, motioning my guy out, motioning him back with the run, it gives me an extra blocker. Now, I'm kind of reading in this type of situation, I'm reading either cover 2 or just a man blitz. One of the things I don't like about these tight formations is I really can't read the coverages correctly. So I think it was cover 2 that I'm reading in this type of situation. So I've got basically, I'm looking for this for cover 2, and I've got a check down with this route. This guy's pulling this safety up, and then I'm trying to go ahead and hit the backside right here. So I think in this type of situation, I didn't get the ball off. I read it correctly. I read it as cover 2. Let's go and see what happens. So it actually is man coverages, man blitz, and this is where I was having some problems with this guy's defense, is that he was mixing things up. He was running a lot of different types of coverages, cover 2, cover 4, running a lot of man blitzes, and I wasn't reading things correctly. So that's one of the things I don't like about having tight sets, is that it's easy to disguise. Now I did have the corner out. I didn't read that correctly. I did have leverage. I think what he did is he carried with it. So I was literally still checking it down underneath. Almost got picked off by the defender that was sitting there, so the corner route was available, and now you see he blends in this cover 2 hard flat. So I'm actually going to go ahead and make a bad play, but I'm also going to go ahead and make a touchdown play when he comes back to this cover 2 type shell. Now he goes in a cub formation, and I'm in red zone scissors, and I'm reading this as cover 2, so this is where I go ahead and try to hit him with a cover 2 beater. One of the problems with Cub is that it could be cover 2 or cover 4. And you can see this is match coverage. He's blitzing. It's man blitz, and he actually goes ahead. And I try to drop it down to the running back, and my running back actually comes down with it. Gets me a 4th and inches. And this is where you learn about the teams that you switch to and start playing, is that certain players don't perform, don't do certain things well, and that means getting hit in the hole and falling forward. So the running back for the Dolphins, this Arcane guy, he's good. He's got speed. He can definitely make breaks. But if he gets hit, he's just sitting dead stop. He's not going to fall forward and get extra yards. It's just not something he does, because you can see right here, I've got basically the stretch play set up. Here's my hole. It's right here. I'm going to go ahead and cut it right up into the hole, but his defender comes down. He clicks on, and I come up an inch short. So that could have been a first down. I felt the hole was there. His defender actually came in and actually cleaned it up and actually put me in a situation where I was unable to go ahead and get that. So I ended up doing a turnover of downs. I get the ball back on him in a similar situation. So now I actually go ahead, set up basically crossing formation, and I've got pretty much the whip is available underneath. This should be doing, but I'm really trying to press this ball over the top, because I've got to get I got to change the field position. I've got to get inside field goal territory. So I do go ahead, throw the ball deep right there. I almost got, user picked out in that type of situation. So that was kind of a sloppy play. Now I go ahead and jump into this play, and I've already showed this guy motion, so he's anticipating something, some motion. So I block the running back because I don't want to get tied into that stretching animation. So I block the running back, and really my primary key is going to be this route right here, this auto motion by Waddle, because if it is man coverages, match coverages, and stuff like that, that route off to the left will actually go ahead and get really good separation. So you can see right here. Basically pick that up, and you could see it take it house. So I thought about right in this situation, right around the 5-yard line, like maybe I should run out of bounds and try to chew the clock down. But I thought to myself, just take the points. I've already had a couple turnovers on downs. I don't want to go ahead and not get points, because I am getting stops on defense, and he's actually struggling against my defense. So that's what I chose to do. But it actually paid. I actually paid for it, because I ended up giving up seven points with 50 seconds left. I tried to do a very aggressive man blitz, and he's able to go ahead and get a big play against me. So 2 back-to-back big plays. We end up going to the second half, basically tied with the score 7-7 all. I went ahead, dropped it down underneath once again for this route, because he was carrying that corner route. He wanted to protect against that corner route with that cover 1 hole. So I was definitely going to go ahead and try to cover that up. So now I'm going in a spread formation. I'm going basically into nickel spread, and the reason why is it kind of gives me a better read of these outside guys. So basically this is just a doubles formation with my guys spread out instead of condensed, and the reason why it just helps me read the coverages a little bit better. So I'm seeing man coverage right here, and what this guy didn't do, he didn't check out of his defense majority of the time. So now he actually does check out. He goes into like a cover 3 shell, and I should have checked it down basically to the little hitch route, but I checked it down to the tight end to get a really good animation. That's the type of stuff that frustrates you on defense when you see stuff like that happen. When you got a defender in the area, they should go ahead and wrap up and actually take that guy out. And now I think I read basically cover 2 against this guy, because I jump into red zone scissors, and what I do against cover 2 is I'm going to streak this guy up and do a corner route, and I'm looking for the corner route. I just have to have this guy get past this this defender to be effective, and I'm watching that corner route, and you can see it's open, and I just throw the ball too early. If I waited just a split second, that could have probably been a touchdown in that type of situation. But I just didn't throw it correctly, and as a result, I missed a good opportunity to get a huge chunk yardage or a play. So now I go ahead and jump into this rushing play right here. And I go ahead and do the run right here, and he actually has sealed out. He actually anticipated it, and one of the things I realized is that I need to blend into a counter run so I can get him motioning over and trying to play that side and run to the backside. So that's something that actually blended into this game. So right here I go with the whip on the inside, and actually go ahead and get the inside run right there. the inside whip right, and I'm able to go and pick up a pretty easy situation right there. So now he's showing me cover 2 again. I go into red zone scissors. Here's the problem with cover 2. On this side of this hash, these defenders can play a little bit tighter. They're not really going to have to go in the middle of the field. So I made a huge mistake on this. I think this is where I actually go ahead and make a monster mistake. I'm trying to go ahead and hit the corner, and I misread this guy, and I'm assuming he's going to follow back, but he doesn't. He comes down and bites, and I've already letting go of the ball, and you can see his corner actually picks me off. So that was just a bad read, and it really was more of a hash situation. I did that corner route on that side of the hash. I should have probably jumped into a different play, attacking a street corner route to actually go ahead and expose him. So that was just a bad decision by me. So right here, he's going, I think, once again with a really aggressive man blitz. So I'm anticipating man blitz. So what I'll do is I'll smoke this guy up, because what happens is if it's man, he's going to give me a fast read. I'm going to be able to hit this corner right here, or this corner route right here, and it's a very flat corner. So all I have to do is just throw it just as quickly as he breaks, and you can see right there I get a nice little completion. I possession catched it too, because I was coming off of that turnover previously. So right here, it is first and 10 situation. He's got a single high safety, and I decided to go and jump into this little RPO. And the reason why is this guy's probably playing a deep third, so all I have to do is just read this guy. If this guy shoots out, I can hit basically this slant on the backside. If this guy kind of sticks, I'm going to hit this guy right over here on the flat. So it's just a simple RPO based on a cover 3 shell alignment. We go and jump into that, hit the RPO. The defender does not get out there, and I'm able to go and pick up 5 yards right there. So every time you're picking up 5 or 6 yards, it's actually a really good thing. So right here, he's showing me a man alignment, and I jump into... let's see here. I think I go with basically this cheat play. This is a play I actually wanted to kind of incorporate into my scheme, and it works good in practice mode, but it doesn't really work that great online. I don't like the holes. It's trying to give me a hole on the inside, and it doesn't really work. So I find just doing an inside zone on the opposite side is usually just a better play. So right here I'm reading cover 2, and this is where I think I make the good decision right here in this type of situation. I've got basically the hash mark on this side, so this is the wide side of the field. This corner should be more available. I'm going to read this defender because I know this guy's in a deep half, and I should be able to pop this guy for an easy touchdown, this type of situation. So that's basically what I'm looking for more than anything else. You can see I hit it with Beckham, and I'm able to go ahead and get the ball into the end zone and capitalize on that. So able to go and pick up a pretty easy touchdown opportunity. Now I get another turnover, and basically it's milk and cookies time. My goal right now is to take his timeouts. That's all I'm doing. He's showing me an open set with the trap, and all I'm going to do is just going to go ahead and try to throw that ball, or run that ball right up the middle of the field. You can see the blocking right there. He gets picked up, and his team was basically just coming off of blocks and tackling me from behind. It was one of the frustrating things because there was a lot of opportunities for me to do some house runs against this guy. So now he goes with a really heavy set. And I don't remember what I did in this type of situation. I go ahead and I jump into this corner route, and I'm really looking to this whip route. Here's a sneaky play. He actually uses this guy right here, and he falls back into the passing lane. But because he's using a defensive M, he's not really going to get those good animations. And when I saw this, I should have went to the check down with the running back, because that guy was wide open on the backside. So that was just a bad decision for me to do that, but I'm able to go ahead and get in a 3rd and 1 situation. And I think what I did is I no huddled, but you can see he's got these guys down in the box. I've got a hat and a hat and a hat. And I think what I did is in this type of situation, I'm going to go and bring in an extra blocker for me. No, I actually just snapped it. And when I saw the hole, I just dove. And the reason why is that I've been getting hit and actually not getting first down. So I just dove in that type of situation so I can get this guy to rage quit out. He ends up started burning his timeouts. I started going ahead and kneeling, and he actually rage quits out against me. So once again, guys, I want to kind of show you this too. I'm going to keep developing this offensive line, just see how people respond. I've got some cover 4 beaters and that I've just recently posted. So I've been labbing that, and they just really destroy cover 4. So if I run into somebody that runs cover 4, I'm going to go ahead and be able to hit them up top for some big plays. So once again, thank you for your support, guys. Until next time.